And we're live. Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany from the Seniors Blue Book, and I'm here with Francesca from Perfect Solution for Seniors.
Hi, hello everyone.
And we're virtual.
Yeah. I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Let's do an air hug. Oh, wait, a virtual hug. Oh.
I feel the love. I feel it.
You should. It's deep. So this is actually my first time doing a Skype Senior Blue Book Live, so I'm super excited, and no one better to do it with than Francesca.
Thank you. Yes, we'll figure it out. I know in time you're going to get better at this. I'll get better at this. Everyone, we're in unprecedented times, so I'm glad that we're able to do this and get information out.
Exactly. So we wanted to, well, let's start with this. So introduce your company and kind of what you do with your company, your background, because you have a phenomenal background to do what you do. So let's hear from you for a minute.
Well, Perfect Solution for Seniors actually started in 2005 by my mom. I started as a caregiver companion company in 2005. She was a one-person show. So my mother is really the epitome of what hard work and perseverance is. She was the marketer, she was the owner, the caregiver at first, and then she slowly grew. So we've been in the Sarasota area for 15 years. Now in 2018, we became a non-skilled home care agency, which allows us to provide CNAs in a client's home. So more personal care, hands-on care. And this is really great because it allows us to kind of grow with our clients. Our clients may start out with caregiver companionship, and if they have, Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, something that's progressive, we can stay with that client and assist them with their needs. So we just kind of grew into this. In 2018, that's when I also became part of the company. So it is family-owned and operated. Me, my mom, and my sister. And for my background, I came into it for a medical background. I am a speech language pathologist. That is my first love. It is my first career. And I have 10 years experience in acute care, skilled nursing, and hospitals. And so with that background, I love communication. That's why I became a speech language pathologist. And what I really bring here is education about specific diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, and going around marketing for our company, but as well as educating. I go and do seminars because I believe when we know better, we do better. And so that's kind of my part in here, as well as providing some administrative work, following those policies that AHCA governs us, the Agency of Healthcare Administration, so making sure we fall in line with what they need us to do. And just every day working together to serve our seniors in the area.
It sounds like you have a lot of different hats.
That's what a family business is. That's really what a family business is. And we wear a lot of different hats, and we have our specific areas that we do. But if somebody, for example, my sister, she's picking up kids, right? Don't worry, I can get the schedule. I'm going to put it in our software. So we are trained in everything, and it's just continually helping each other. And that's what I think our agency is about, home care is about, is helping someone who needs that assistance when the family's far away or when they can't do it for themselves anymore.
Absolutely. Well, the first time I met you, I got that feeling about you and the company, because instantly, you're one of those people that you just kind of gravitate towards, and you do an amazing job. So if people are just joining us, we're live and we're Skyping. I haven't Skyped in 10 years. Prior to this week, I don't know the last time I Skyped. So this is fun.
I don't know, I really don't know either. I remember, honestly, I think it was years ago, someone's like, hey, let's Skype. I was like, but I can Skype.
I know, it's like an extra step of work, but it's a great way right now, as we were talking about, to connect with people. And so that's why we're here. And, we're not going to, like we said before we came in this call, we're not going to dwell on the C word, the C word, but I think we should at least touch on kind of, tell us a little bit about your clients right now. I'm sure they, they're obviously probably asking you guys a lot of questions. Tell us a little bit about how you're handling your clients currently with everything going on.
Everything going on, the biggest thing is that we are the calm voice voice in the storm for our clients and our staff. You know, all we did is review universal precautions, sent letters to our clients. What is the CDC recommending? And making sure we're using reputable sources to pass on that information. And not giving into, watch out for this, watch out, don't go out of your house. You know, our caregivers have been phenomenal. Our staff has been great just communicating. And me being a speech therapist, I'm all about communication. And I tell our staff, what is it that you need? What can we do for you? How can we accommodate? And well, it's for our clients. And we've been very lucky thus far. We are still taking on clients. And if we could do things virtually, that's what we're going to try to do to minimize risks to our clients. Because right now they are the most vulnerable in that population.
Absolutely. So talk a little bit, I know you have a board that you're going to kind of share with us in the post, kind of a rehabilitation versus habilitation. Did I get that right?
Yes, yes, very good. And how home care can support that. Because sometimes I think we have questions like, well, what can home care do for me? What can a caregiver do for me? Or a CNA do for me? And also sometimes people feel like, well, once I have a CNA, or someone in my home, I can never get rid of them. I'll always need to have help. And that's not true. It just depends. So I do have, I'll take a picture of it. But what I want to say is that and I do this as a therapist, I look at the diagnosis. And as home care, I want to look at that diagnosis too. I want to see that previous history from the client. And so, for example, rehabilitation, if you have that acute care episode of a stroke, in the beginning, when you go home after hospitalization, or maybe you do, 90 days in a skilled nursing facility, you're going to be sent home, you still might need care. So you might start off with a CNA 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but you're still getting that skilled care, OT, PT, speech in the house. But remember, they're only coming for an hour, maybe twice a week. So who's going to support those skilled services? It's that CNA. It's that CNA that might remind you, hey, this is the home exercise program that physical therapist made for you, so you can continue to get stronger and have more functional skills. And so as that person gets stronger and better, you're going to see the person gets stronger and better and a decline in home care services. So we may start out with 24/7, then 12 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 4 hours a day. And we do 1 hour a day. It's usually bath visits. Or sometimes we have a client that just wants 1 hour of someone to converse with her, right, and have a budding friendship. Now, in the habilitation process, you're going to see that inverse relationship. For example, Parkinson's, and is a progressive disease. So though you might start off with 1 hour a day, 4 hours, 8, 12, and 24/7, that's what's going to happen with the care. So it's two different things. And I always like to start off with, what is the diagnosis, what's the prognosis, and what interdisciplinary approach can we do? Because CNAs and caregivers are part of that interdisciplinary team that support the skilled services of PT, OT, and speech.
Absolutely. I like that. I didn't hear you explain that before we came on this call, or this Skype, I should say.
I've never heard that.
She was up all night practicing.
Exactly.
No, but it just kind of it makes me realize, you look at the whole picture, and every single person that comes to you for services in general, as you being a speech therapist and knowing that side and the home care side, the homemaker companion or CNA type of side, you're really pulling those two together to see what is the best for each individual.
Yeah. And in healthcare in general, what do we always want to see is we want to make sure our client is safe. We want to maintain their quality of life. And we also, big one, is decrease those hospital admissions.
Absolutely.
And especially right now, we want to keep those hospitals open for those C cases. And so we can have those supportive services to make sure someone who has recurrent UTIs is they're drinking water throughout the day, having those verbal reminders. And those small things that really count and make a difference.
Make a huge difference. Because we know with, a UTI at that vulnerable age, can lead to, quickly being at home to being, into an assisted living community because it led to other things, whatever it might look like. So yeah, just having that extra person at home to remind you of drinking water or proper hygiene or, whatever it might be.
Oh, exactly. And I heard this at a SCAN meeting, so if somebody's listening, I stole your joke, I apologize, but it was hilarious to me. And they say, after the age of 65, the F word changes. It's false.
I do remember hearing that.
I've been using that joke, so if I stole it from you, I apologize. It's just gold, and it's true. And usually when that fault happens, a big part of it is because there was an underlying UTI, an underlying urinary tract infection that caused confusion, that caused the fault, went to the hospital. Now we're in skilled nursing, and it's just this slippery slope. And so we do see that a lot. But I always tell people, if you don't know what home care can do for you, call me. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't feel like you need us now, give us a call. And if you need other resources, I'd love to be a connector. Just connecting them and say, you know what, this is who you need to call. Or I'm going to give your information to this person because they can look you up. And I always say, if I don't know the answer, I know where to find the answer.
Exactly. You'll figure it out, right?
Yeah, figure it out. And we have to. In our services, you know, we have our elderly clients that maybe are not so keen on using a computer or Googling, or, you know, they have kids in other states. So again, it's those supportive services. How can we best serve at the highest level?
I love that. Well, let's thanks everybody for joining us, number one, on the live video. Although I feel like it's just us, I do have a live camera over here that is keeping people in the know with what's going on with Perfect Solution for Seniors. Again, this is Francesca, and any dance party, dance it out, dance it out. Sorry, you can tell that this whole social distancing thing is causing a little bit of cabin fever.
Yes. Well, you know, I was reading Netflix is having like live streaming parties, so you guys can all watch a movie at the same time.
Oh
and
my,
pause it,
brilliant.
And comments, and I mean, like I said, necessity is the mother of all invention. So we'll all get through this. It's fine.
Absolutely. What's the best phone number to reach you at for services?
For me, you know, call my cell or text my cell. It's 813-625-5515, or even check out our website. It's www.perfectsolutionsforseniors.com. You can call our office. If you call our office, it's going to be my lovely mother, Tessie. So she'll answer the phone. And like I said, any questions at all, if you don't know, if you're confused, if you're even trying to figure out Medicare A, Medicare B, what is skilled, not skilled. I mean, the landscape of senior care is overwhelming.
Yep.
And so I always like to put myself in somebody's shoes. So the landscape of senior care is confusing, yet I'm 85, I'm having cognitive impairments, I'm trying to figure out my long-term care policy to cover services, I can't hear. So if you put that together, it's overwhelming. So that's why I love to help. Let me figure this out for you. I can figure this out for you. Let's call together. Any way that we can help, we're happy to do.
Well, you're amazing, and just stay well and keep doing your thing. And well, you know, once we're released from everything, we'll be out and about and seeing everybody. So we want to thank everybody for joining us on the live video stream, and I guess we'll see everybody later, right? Everybody have a wonderful, what is today? Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
March 18th. Keep track. Orientation, coming from a speech language pathologist, for orientation purposes, keep track of the date. It will decrease confusion.
Thank you for me and for everybody.
For everyone else.
All right.
Making a goal for everybody.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day.